What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Strangers Minds. I'm Fernando, and today we're going to check out Mind Junkie 20 Scariest Ghost Videos of All Time V3. And I know I did a part 1 and a part 2 of Mind Junkie, but I believe it was V2. So this is a whole new set of videos. This video was uploaded 7 months ago. Never too late to have a good time. So with that being said, you guys, let's get it popping.
Social media user Lani Omena shares videos of her daily life to her account, including clips of her singing and spending time with her family. However, in the clip you're about to see, Lani accidentally records something that has left her and her viewers spooked.
De minha autoria, que eu amo demais e não sai da minha cabeça. Se as lágrimas embaçam seu olhar e o coração. Ai, mamãe, vai pra sala, vai pra mamãe gravar, senão eu esqueço. E a minha comidinha? Dou já. Se as lágrimas embaçam seu olhar e o coração já não consegue mais se alegrar, é nessa hora que Meg, tu tá vendo alguma coisa? Gente, não tem nada. Não tem ninguém aqui. Misericórdia, meu pai. Lá em cima é uma casa, porém desativada. Olha, tudo fechado.
What looks like a hand can be seen reaching down the wall. It appears not just once, but twice, and when Lani sees it, she looks terrified. But the most disturbing part? Lani says there was no one in the house except for her and her son, who we can see in the clip with her. So, just what the hell is this? Even Lani's dog seems to realise that there is someone or something lurking upstairs. A few days later, Lani shares this update.
Olá, gente, tudo bem com vocês? Devido à viralização do vídeo, eu vim aqui me pronunciar sobre o ocorrido na escada. Eu fui lá para trás fazer um vídeo de um hino que eu fiz para eu não esquecer da letra. A intenção não era nem postar, eu não queria esquecer a letra. Meu esposo estava trabalhando, tá? Meu esposo estava trabalhando, ele viaja, ele trabalha e ele viajou aqui para perto. Então o que acontece? Naquele dia, meu esposo acha que por conta da escuridão, provavelmente foi a sombra da pata do gato, alguma coisa entre o gato, porque ele sobe, o gato sobe lá pra cima. Só que é aquela questão, todo mundo que entra aqui em casa sempre fala que tá sentindo arrepio, que tá sentindo que tá sendo observado, que tá vendo alguém. Todo mundo foi contra mim porque não queria que eu alugasse aqui. Realmente lá em cima é muito assustador. Você tem medo, Lani? Já tive, gente, já tive, hoje não tenho mais. Outra coisa, pra quem acredita e não acredita, não tem problema, não tem problema. Eu nem ganho e nem perco com isso. Mas é aquela coisa, vou me mudar, em nome de Jesus, essa semana, vou me mudar. Outra coisa, aconteceu sim aquilo, acredite você ou não. Não quero ser conhecida como uma pessoa de coisas de terror, até porque eu tenho uma vibe mais alegre. Eu gosto, todo mundo me conhece pelo meu jeito espontâneo e alegria de ser.
Lani's viewers ask for another update, hoping to see more creepy footage, but what they saw in this final clip has left them truly creeped out.
Ó, aqui é a escada, e ali é a Meg. Diz oi, Meg. Fique aí, viu, Meguinha? Fique aí. Fica, Meg.
Whoa, did you guys catch that? Check this out. So, obviously, my question was, aside from everything what she was saying, she was that's not the kind of content that she creates, which is cool. which actually made me start thinking, before she posted the second video of the update and she's talking about it, I thought somebody grabbed, because it does happen. Somebody records a video and then somebody from the net grabs it with intentions to do fake paranormal content. I thought this was the case, but then she ended up giving a response or an update of what occurred. Now, yes, it was a weird looking hand, but you could tell it was a hand because of the five fingers. There's no way that was a cat hand. No way. But this is the interesting part that I want you guys to check out.
Fique aí. Fica, Maggie.
That right there, that's a whole wall, you guys. That's not like a second landing area over here. You see, like when you go up a steps and there's like a little, I'm gonna say like a little floor that that has the rails. And I thought that could have been it, because if it was faked, aside from I don't know, possibly editing or AI, you know but that could have not been a person doing that with the hand, because that's a whole wall. That's a whole wall. There's no landing or opening here. Everything is actually over there. The hand was coming out around this opening, or this opening over here. That is interesting.
Ai, não posso fazer muito esforço, não.
Lanny checks out upstairs for a while, but she doesn't find anything suspicious. However, upon leaving, she felt someone or something was watching her. She turned around and caught something on camera that she would never forget. This is what she saw. Okay. We are faster readers than that, my junkie.
Olha os olhos brilhando, uma impressão minha.
Viewers think that this is a ghost that is haunting Lanny's home, and they all urge her to move out as soon as possible. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this creepy footage. Is this a ghost, as viewers suggest? Or is there another explanation?
I mean, honestly, yeah. Honestly, I don't know about this one, you guys. And unfortunately, I'm the type that if there is like a long video or multiple videos and something is um fake or misinterpreted, then that would mean for me that we would have to scrap the whole video. Unfortunately, that's my mindset. I am a paranormal investigator and I'm using my PI mind. But here, obviously they're making it seem like there's two eyes. That's the hair, forehead, and it's like peeking through whatever counter. But this, due to the darkness and the reflection and the light from the camera, this the hair looks like it's part of the counter. The two eyes could obviously be like doorknobs or something, a shiny surface, and it could just be misinterpreted as a face looking on at it. Because now, if this would have moved or even blink or some movement, that would have been dope. That would have been awesome. But unfortunately, it doesn't move. She's moving herself with the camera, and it's looking more and more like that.
Let me know.
This game, you're not ready for it.
So yeah, that's my theory. We're gonna keep on moving. But what you guys think in the comments, please leave it in the comment section.
This next series of clips was shared to social media by user Amaro-Somex1 after he and his family experienced some scary activity in their home. In this first clip, Amaro and his family are awoken in the middle of the night by someone or something knocking on their front door. This isn't the first time something like this has happened, so Amaro starts recording on his phone, hoping to use the footage as proof that his home is haunted.
Vente. Me están tocando.
Sí. La niña empezó a llorar.
Ya no haga mucho ruido para ver quién es. No prendas. ¿Cómo rápido? Está bien inquieta, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Ya son casi las 3 de la mañana. ¿Dónde están las llaves? Hoy. No se ve. Voy a abrirlo. Ahí quédate, espérame. No hay nadie. No hay nadie. No, uy, otra vez. No se ve nadie. Así menos. ¿Quién será? No es nadie, Ceci. Yo creo que ya nos subimos a dormir. Ya. Vámonos. Vámonos porque igual le voy a enseñar la hora. Siempre pasa lo mismo. Miren. Son casi las 3 de la mañana.
A few nights later, Amaro can't sleep, so he decides to play a video game while his wife and child are upstairs. However, it's not long before he starts hearing something extremely unsettling.
¿Qué es eso? Son casi las 3 de la mañana. Hay alguien allá afuera. Hay alguien atrás. Ahí está parado. Ahí hay alguien.
Amaro claims that, quote, someone is crying in my kitchen at 3 a.m, but as he looks around, there's nothing there. Amaro and his wife are understandably scared and frustrated by this creepy activity, but in this final clip, things get even scarier. We can see someone or something peeking over the gate, watching Amoro's family. But what is it? Is it a ghost, as viewers suggest, or a demon that is haunting Amoro's home? Or is there a more logical explanation to all of this?
Yeah.
Let me know.
All right. First off, God damn. That was a lot to process. First and foremost, I have to say this first. What kind of man? What kind of man? You're hearing banging, like if it's the cops banging at your front door. You're afraid to open the door, but you ask your wife and your baby to accompany you. All right. I'm trying to keep it PG, but red flag right there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can I say is there, because I know a lot of men out there is that weak. Another thing is you don't actually see anything. You don't actually see anything. Next time, when you want to record something through a window outside, turn off the lights, turn off the flash. Your phone will capture everything better. Or at least open the door so you could investigate. This is your house. You have a wife and child. You're not going to take risky measures to protect your family. I don't know. I don't know. This looks like a very, to me, this is what I get. They're trying to get a viral video going using the paranormal as the scapegoat just to see if they can make some money, because obviously, like everything, like the guy sticking his head through the gate, like that could have been a person. Peeping Tom, that could have been dangerous, but I put my money on that was your friend. Right? You guys are trying to create a creepy video, because honestly, I do not believe anything what I just happened, what I just saw, and most of it is because of how the guy is talking, how the guy is expressing himself, his actions is the reason why I am scrapping this whole entire thing. So for this video, you get, yep, there you go, Mr. Ghosty. Let's do this. Let's keep it moving.
This next creepy clip was uploaded to social media by Tony Lowry. One morning, as Tony's young son was getting ready for school, Tony's security camera captured something which has made her believe her house might be haunted. Here's what Tony's security camera caught. Did you hear it? A disembodied voice can be heard saying, "How did you find me?" And Tony's son drops his plate and runs to find his mother. After checking the camera footage, Tony was shocked to hear it too. Then, a few days later, Tony was chatting to a neighbor who lived in the area for decades, and they mentioned that a previous owner had passed away in that house over 20 years ago. Tony believes that the voice her son heard and what was captured on the camera's audio could be something paranormal. But what do you think?
Ooh, the first time I saw this video, man, I got the chills. I got the chills. EVP EVPs are my thing. When I go out into the field, I don't have all of this amazing, fancy schmancy, all of this amazing tech. It looks cool, especially, if you want to post content, it looks cool. Some are very helpful, but I'm very old school. All I really like to do is catch EVPs, pictures, and obviously recording myself doing everything else. And if I have more people, well, not if, because I usually don't do solo investigations. Everybody else has a camera, so we can all have, like record each other and record everything. More the merrier. Um, I believe this video. I didn't get that extra piece of information about how the neighbor says, that there was a passing in the house and everything, but that was a clear classic A EVP. Awesome. Awesome. You guys, just in case, talking about EVPs on my TikTok and on YouTube Shorts, I do have I'm putting up a bunch of, um, I call it paranormal findings. Most of it is EVPs because, like I said, I'm a huge EVP person and there's a lot of good stuff on there. So look through the TikToks, look through the shorts, and you guys will see clear EVPs, Class A EVPs.
In August 2020, Vivian Vasquez, a news anchor from Guatemala, tragically passed away. It was early in the morning, and Vivian was driving to work along the Chimaltenango bypass when something made her suddenly lose control of the car. By the time the emergency services arrived, Vivian was already gone. However, someone who recorded the aftermath of the collision ended up capturing something that just doesn't make sense. Listen carefully. Did you hear it? What sounds like a woman's voice can be heard, and viewers think it could be Vivian's spirit calling out from beyond the grave. It gets creepier. Viewers tried to figure out what the voice said, and many think it sounds like a woman saying, "Que me hiciste?" Meaning, "What did you do to me?" But what do you think? Is this Vivian's spirit calling out from beyond the grave? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments.
I mean, first off, this is what happens when non-speaking Spanish people, I'm gonna say it like that, can't speak Spanish. Que me hiciste means what did you do to me? Now, they are in a open area, cars passing by. Yes, we do catch that que me hiciste. But are we going to assume that was a EVP and not a bystander or somebody, driving off, having a argument or something? There was a black car right close to it that just drove by, you know. But I like the story. I like the fact that they did catch that. There was nobody actually close enough to say something because with the outside noise and for him to catch that, it would have come out so much clearer on a voice recorder rather than the audio on a camera. So I'm leaning both ways because it could be a coincidental case where you're just recording the area and somebody is talking in a vehicle passing by or something out in the open. But if it's real, that's a Class A EVP. Love it. And what did you do to me? So, breaking it down, somebody caused the accident or something caused the accident. Food for thought.
The next creepy video was uploaded to social media by Not Many LE, who claims to have been experiencing something downright terrifying. Details about this clip are sparse, but here's what I was able to find out. The man recently inherited an ornamental doll from his late grandmother, a doll that's now at the centre of a series of disturbing events. According to him, his home had always been a place of peace and quiet until the doll arrived. Since then, he's witnessed objects inexplicably falling off shelves, heard eerie whispers echoing through the rooms, and even noticed shadowy figures in the corner of his eye. Convinced that the doll is cursed, he decides to document the next time something strange occurs, and one day he captures this.
ตรงนี้ต้องวางตรงนี้เอ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยว้าว
As not many LE is inspecting the doll, he hears something behind him, and when he turns, something can be pressed against the curtain, but when he pulls the curtain back, there's nothing there. Whoever or whatever it was has mysteriously disappeared, but the horror doesn't end there. On another day, while not many LE is relaxing at home, he hears something in his living room. He goes to check and encounters this.
เฮ้ยตายเฮ้ยเอ้าเฮ้ยไม่เดี๋ยวไม่
Whatever appeared the day before appears again pressed against the curtain. Not many LE does exactly what Casper Sight would do and full on Rambos it. But whatever was just there, again, disappears. Convinced this is something demonic and attached to the doll, Not Many LE uploads the video to social media, and viewers were creeped out by these clips. And just like Not Many LE, they believe he is being haunted by a sinister entity. But what are your thoughts? Let me know.
All right, Bruce Lee. Jesus Christ. Front kick. Anyway, I don't believe crap from this video. This is all fake. And yeah, the guy that they mentioned, the guy recorded, well, basically doing what I'm doing. Like he sees, you see, like this is what I meant. I uploaded a video on TikTok, it's a small rant, but it was towards paranormal investigators. But I cannot fake a reaction. Like this is why you probably never catch me doing television shows or anything, like going crazy like this. What I'm doing, the reaction is fun, and I am a real paranormal investigator, so I'm not gullible. I'm sure people who saw that fake ass video was like, "Oh my god." Yeah, no, all that is fake. That does not happen. I mean, I'm not gonna say it doesn't happen, but that particular video is super fake. And the guy reacting, the guy that they mentioned reacts to a bunch of videos, and I've seen him like and all this overreacting, and like, come on, man, like, are you that much of a PUSSY in real life? Jesus Christ. Or man, I should not say that, because there are people gullible out there that would believe anything and they do get scared. So I apologize. But yeah, let's keep it moving. That was all fake.
This next entry was uploaded by the YouTube channel Scream Freak 79, who titled it Real Ghost Caught on Tape. Mike, a ghost hunter and the owner of the channel, recorded this clip with his friend Sam when the two of them went to a secluded spot in a forest that is rumoured to be incredibly haunted. Mike and Sam set up their equipment in an attempt to communicate with any spirits that may reside in the area, and it doesn't take long before their static night vision camera captures something.
Something moved over there, I swear. Whoa!
After asking a few questions, Mike and Sam hear noises coming from somewhere in the darkness nearby, and then something transparent appears. It quickly moves from right to left, and the pair give chase, but they don't find anything. After uploading this video to the internet, entitling it Real Ghost Caught on Tape, YouTube viewers believe this to be true. But what do you think? Did ghost hunter Mike and his friend Sam capture a real ghost on tape, as the video's title suggests? Let me know down below. We've just launched our YouTube membership program, and I'm excited to invite you to become a part of it. By joining, you'll get access to members only content, priority replies from us in the comments, loyalty badges next to your name, and much more. Plus, you'll be supporting the channel directly, which helps us to keep creating the content you love to watch. To support us, just hit the join button below this video. It's that simple. Whether you decide to join or not, I'm grateful for your support. And if you're not ready to join yet, but love watching scary videos, then please, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss a scary video.
I will put his information, as always. I put all of the content creators to which I react to, I put their information in the description section. But yes, show them some love, and obviously my channel also, so we could keep on, spreading the love across the net. As far as that video was concerned, I gotta say the 2011, a couple of years back, the video was a little bit choppy, but it is night vision. Back in 2011, frame per second wasn't as high as it is today. And I don't know, did you guys feel like a little weirded out how they kind of, I know it's the middle of the night, right? Like it's pitch black. They probably don't know where they're walking, but the guy on the left kind of, follow the shadow. The guy on the right was like Scooby doing it into the bushes. Um, is it me, or maybe there was a lack of communication as they spread it out? Um, there was cars passing by out in the back, so like them hearing noises and knowing there is like a, I don't know, like a such a highway or road in the background. It's just a little bit suspicious. The whole how everything came down. I'm not saying it's fake. I'm not saying it's real. It's just the whole thing kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So let's leave it at that. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comment section. I would love to socialize with you guys. Let's go.
In the remote Scottish wilderness, there's an old abandoned cabin. The White Lagan was built in the 19th century by a shepherd, but is now used as a bothy, a place where adventurous hikers sometimes spend the night. Ruth Aisling says she's always wanted to stay there, so on a chilly winter day, she decides to hike up to the cabin. But as soon as the sun goes down, things start to take a really creepy turn.
I don't know why I'm feeling a little bit anxious, because I've stayed in a camper van so many times in different countries. I feel like here is just so remote, and to get away, you have to hike like over 1 hour, like to get back to the camper van. So maybe that's why. And also there's no locks. So on my camper van, I always lock the doors. Maybe that's also why. I don't know. Oh God. I'm hearing some strange noises. I don't know if it's maybe a mouse or it's the chimney. It feels really weird without curtains, because I feel like someone could be standing outside and looking in the window. I don't know, I feel really scared. I don't know why. I just feel really nervous. Okay. Good night, everyone. Last night I was a bit scared. There were some strange noises and I had some earplugs with me, so I put them in to block out the strange noises. God, I'm still hearing weird noises.
Ruth claims to feel scared all night because of strange noises. What she doesn't know is that the White Lagoon bothy is said to be extremely haunted. As one viewer says, when they stayed in this bothy, strange things happened at night. They kept hearing noises outside, as though people were outside wanting to come in. His friend went to the door to check, but there was no one there. They searched around the bothy for the people, but they didn't find anything. Once they settled down for the night, they heard the door latch. Thinking it was someone coming in, they readied themselves to greet them, but no one came in. And when they checked the other room, no one was there. Apparently, things like that happened all night for them. They eventually fell asleep, but when they woke up, their rucksacks had been lined up against the room door, and their clothes had all been folded up and placed in neat piles on the table. What's more is that their mugs were turned upside down and placed in front of the piles of clothes, and their cooking stove was disassembled and laid out neatly in front of the mugs. But what really creeped them out was the fact that it couldn't have been anyone, as their rucksacks were blocking the doorway. But that's not all. Several other hikers recorded their creepy experiences on camera at this old bothy.
This will probably be me for most of the night now. I just get my music on, enjoy this beautiful fire, and get back outside tomorrow in my hammock. I got one of them water filter straws, and it comes with 2 little bags as well, so you can attach the straw to that. But I've not got to use. Maybe this is the guests. There was no one there. I don't know if that's just the people following me or something. I don't know if that's something they do. But I don't think it would be that family. If it was just a dad and his daughter and son. Oh well, we'll see. It was just knocking on the door again, and then I went out, but there was no one there. So I don't know what's going on. But I've heard of any haunted bobbies or anything. I've never had weird shit. Just wanted a nice little bobby night. If you've watched all my videos before, you know I don't do shit like this.
First time for everything.
This is going to be a fun night. And they're walking around in the other room, and then they go in there, and it just stops. Maybe I just put my music on really loud and forget about it. Cameraman never right. Good morning. Had a bit of an experience last night. Not really sure what was going on. Thought it was just people knocking the door and running away that were camping nearby, but it didn't seem like that when I went outside. Couldn't really explain what was happening next door with the noises, but I'm not really a believer in ghosts myself. It was a bit creepy, but I'm more of an alien guy. But if you are into ghosts and all that paranormal stuff, these are not the videos for you, because this is not what I do, this is not what I'm about. I'm just a happy hippie, hiking, living in nature, loving the world. I never have anything like this happen to me, so...
Even though this creator says, quote, he's not a believer in ghosts, he can't help feeling scared when he hears mysterious knocking sounds coming from outside the door. But that doesn't even come close to what 2 other hikers recently experienced during a stormy night.
Found the bothy book. You put my glasses on now, just behind the back. So this is popular, quite a popular bothy by the looks of it. Someone actually stayed last night. It was nice and tidy when we came in. So plaudits to whoever stayed here last night. Well done. Absolutely spotless. Whoa. Hold on a minute. Whoa. Whoa. I'm out. Whoa. I'm out of here. No. No.
Well, folks, it's probably about 10 minutes after our ordeal with the the spooky door closing over there, and we're trying to like rationalise it. I mean, I don't particularly believe in ghosts, and neither does Mom. No. So we're kind of thinking that it might have been just like the backdraft of the wind. I mean, there's a storm going on outside, so
yeah. But I still don't believe it was the wind, but it's the only when the wind's blowing that strong outside, and there's no, it's the only rational explanation, even though I'm not even looking at that. No, I'm not looking at it. It's moving, right? I'm honest, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go.
This can't be right.
I don't.
I'm not.
It's black in here as well. I can't see a thing.
So there's a chair over there, and it just started to move, which is
no way. I'm not even. No.
It's bonkers.
I'm not having any part of this.
That is moving.
Jesus Christ.
It is moving, that chair is moving.
Just leave it. Oh,
Christ. I'm gonna drink some more wine, I think. Christ.
No, that's poltergeist. All that's poltergeist stuff. That's not ghostly.
Several commenters think that the paranormal activity in this clip was heightened by the storm, which could explain why what these two hikers recorded is more intense. None of these creators are ghost hunters or paranormal enthusiasts, but their creepy experiences at the White Lagoon Bothy definitely left a deep impression. So, what do you think is going on? Is this old bothy haunted, as viewers say? Or is whatever these creators witnessed all just a coincidence? Let me know down below.
I mean, the story is incredible. It was long, dude. Jesus Christ. The story is, very interesting. Yeah, hell, why not a cabin haunted on the hills, secluded, not around anything. This is for hikers to have like a pit stop, just like truckers. How there's a parking lot every so on miles, just so they could, take a rest. First and foremost, like with the woman in the front, like she put on earplugs so she doesn't hear the noises. That is such a hazardous thing to do because, God forbid, you need to be aware of your surroundings, but you decide to block off a sense. Like you're not hearing nothing. God forbid something would have happened to you there. The second hiker, you don't really see nothing. Like you don't like he had the worst flashlight ever created known to man. You didn't see absolutely nothing. So all this to say, like, who's not to say that there's actually just another person. They're trying to create a paranormal video because time and time again, people do use the paranormal field in a way to create viral videos. It doesn't matter what kind of content you create. If you are looking for that viralness, you tend to lean towards the paranormal community. So the last video, I mean, they made it seem as though like they weren't just hikers. I mean, honestly, they didn't seem like they were hikers. They seemed like they were pretty much curious to hear all of the stories about this cabin, and they wanted it to experience something themselves. And when things started popping off, they couldn't handle it. The guy was about to run out into the storm. That's freaking dope. I would love to investigate that whatever it's called, Borthery, whatever, the cabin. That would be so awesome, dude. Like if it's all real, that is, right? If everything what they're talking about is real, I would love to go there and investigate for myself.
Popular Indonesian ghost hunter Ewing HD ventures out to a supposedly haunted house located in Bataraden, Purwokerto, Indonesia. The house is said to be haunted by a kuntilanak, a vengeful spirit from Indonesian folklore, often depicted as a woman with long black hair and a white dress, and sightings of her have been frequent, giving the house the nickname the Kuntilanak House. For the first part of the video, Ewing and his team explore the old house, then later they find an upstairs room with a painting in, supposedly the painting of the woman whose spirit is said to be the Kuntilanak, and
that looks oddly perfect. Yo, that looks brand new too.
Ewing decides to call out.
Bentar lagi lagunya habis, bentar lagi. Tanggung. Guys, cepetan guys. Bagi para penghuni yang ada di sini, coba kasih kita penampakan, entah itu berupa wujud atau suara. Lagunya udah mau habis.
Did you spot it? If you look at the painting, the eyes of the woman move right after Ewing calls out. But at the time, nobody noticed it, and it was only when they reviewed the footage did they see what the camera had captured.
I'm gonna call BS on that one. Sorry, you guys. I mean, but the guy looks like he is trying to, I don't know, a music video, like like he's combing himself. I've been in so many investigations. I've been in with so many paranormal teams. I've met so many people. Not one cares about their look unless you are, like, I don't know, on television and you have a whole makeup team trying to patch you up. But real paranormal investigations, ain't nobody caring how they look. That's just me. That's just me. But not everybody is the same, I guess. But this, absolute BS.
Late one night, a young man from Vietnam suddenly jolts awake. Disorientated, he reaches for his tablet and sees that it's 3:46 a.m. He tries to go back to sleep, but he has a strange feeling that he's being watched. He looks around the room and sees a dark shadow in a corner. It's hard to tell what it could be, so he takes a photo, increases the brightness, and sees this. Horrified, the young man sees what appears to be a shadowy figure crouching beneath his table. However, when he gets out of bed and switches the light on, the figure is nowhere to be seen. He says that whoever or whatever this was has vanished into thin air. Many viewers think that this is a ghost, but why it was watching the man while he slept is a total mystery.
All right, at least we know that, Mind Junkie is trying to. I know that was a long ass video with the campers, but let's do it faster. First and foremost, the video does not match the picture. The video looks like it's nighttime. The picture looks like it's daytime. So not that he took a picture with the flash, because you can actually see the sun ray coming through the window. So I don't know. Who's not to say that was edited in there? Obviously, you're, with two different times of the day. I don't know. I don't know what I think about that. What do you guys think? You think I am being too harsh on this video, on the picture? Obviously, it looks like somebody's crouching, looking at, the person sleeping, but it's like daylight. It's like daytime. I don't know. What do you guys think? Put it in the comment section.
The following clips you're about to see were uploaded by social media user Daniel25. Danny lives with his partner and their young children, and for the past few years, they have been experiencing disturbing activity around their home, which they claim is paranormal.
Cardo! This just opened by itself. While I was in there. Did you move Mickey Mouse? Close it, please. Nobody's in there, right?
A cupboard door slowly opens, all on its own. Danny says there was no one else in the room with him when this happened, but the creepy activity doesn't stop there.
Get a tissue!
I wasn't picking my nose!
Don't yell like that.
I was putting my nose, but I was
Look at me.
picking. First of all, don't raise your voice like that. Inappropriate. And see, now the ghost is very upset. Don't do that.
Danny is talking to his son when suddenly several toys fall, as if something we can't see has knocked them over. In this final clip, we see how objects around the house move even when there's no one around to see it.
Well, I already brushed your hair. Hey, how did this open?
I don't know.
Did you open it?
No.
Let's look at the camera.
Wait, did I?
The closet door slowly opens, even though the room appears totally empty. Shortly after this happens, Danny and his daughter discover the door open, even though he remembers it being closed just moments before. He decides to check his home security camera footage on his phone app, and is shocked to see the door moving all on its own. But is Danny's home haunted? Let me know.
All right, you guys. So, I like the video, and that is, the guy. I wouldn't say he was shocked seeing the closet open, because he just basically went from yelling, or disciplining his kid. That's a better word, disciplining his kid, and being like, "You see, you're even getting the ghost." So it's like the whole entire family knows that there is something, there's some paranormal going on in their place. So that is actually a PSA for families with children that could, understand, if it's toddlers and babies, basically from what, like 6 and down, you want to keep them away from certain things so they're not being terrified every second, unless it's a haunting that it's, that is causing distress. But for children, older, like that is a good example, and that your place is, active, it's good to have them lean into believing there are ghosts, and so they know how to do or react. Because honestly, again, I've said this time and time before, unless they're the children actors, Macaulay Culkin, Dakota Fanning, all of these children actors that are like great actors as a child, not every kid is a great actor. So I am believing this video, and the way he just kept his composure, and and just, it was pretty good. I think it's real. I think it's real, you guys. And yes, I am going to say that because of how they were acting, how they acted, or not, that they were fake acting, but like their their authentic expression, on when things were going on. I really like it. I really like it. But we're going to stop it right here, you guys. Stay tuned for part 2 so we could count down from 10 to the finish. Until then, if you are liking this content, please do what you do when you like a video. Hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.